Everybody, welcome back. Episode 18 of the walkthrough for Elden Ring. So we're heading on in here to the Caria Manor. I'm trying to think how we want to do this. Probably about to switch our weapons around a bit for this place. As there's some enemies here that really suck to deal with. Now, fire is a good option to deal with them. So these are like big ass hands we're gonna fight here, guys. Now fire works really good against them, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're you'll see here in a second. They really suck. Really big pain in the ass. So as we go through here, I will say every single one of them drops a somber 2. So we're gonna get a gang load of somber 2s. So if you get caught with that, bumpers and triggers, guys. You know, keep tapping your shit. With the fire, you know, kind of make them roll around and make them much easier to deal with. So you see somber 2. Now we're just going to go in the left side, you know, work our way around, taking these guys out as we go. Now the little ones have a chance to drop somber 2s as well, but it's not, you know, not as high of a chance. So they can drop them. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed with the big ones. Like every now and then a big one might not drop one, you know, but most of them do, and some of the little ones do too. So like this little one just dropped one. So it just seems to be like it's like a chance drop, if you will. So they start rolling around. And switch to our shield. Somber 2. Alright, and the way we're going to navigate this is we're going to do like a big circle and we're going to do it around twice. So first, before we do anything else, guys, we're going to go into the left side, and then just kind of work our way all the way up until you get to a building. Then we're just going to, instead of going, well, we'll go in, grab a side of grace, then come back down and do the other side of this place. Do a circle, you don't have to worry about, you know, you missed anything or anything like that. What? It was already past us. Oh, that was funny. Alright. Yeah, another somber 2. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, after, if you actually take the time and clear out the Caria Manor, guys, I can pretty much promise you won't have to worry about buying a single somber 2 from your bell bearings once you get them, because you're just going to have so many just from this one place alone. Like, I could damn near guarantee you're going to have probably 20, at least 20 somber 2s. Whoa. The fuck? Yeah, kind of a pain in the ass, I know. Okay. The little ones started ganging up on us. That wasn't much fun either. Make sure you take them all out. Get your drops from them. Alright, so there's the building I was talking about. Us like we took the left side. We pretty much made it all the way through. Grab your crafting stuff, your consumable stuff, your somber 2s. You know, we don't want to have to come back and kill all these hands again. You know what I mean? It's one and done for us. We have no interest in doing this again. I do want to run back over here up top. No, that's the area we already went to in the corner. I mean, this is just me double checking. Now, I've taken so many notes and been through this area so many times. I mean, I highly doubt I would miss something. But just to make sure, it's not going to hurt. It takes 2 seconds, you know? So, now we're just going to, continue on. Like I said, we're going to lead up to a building. Then, when we get here, we're pretty much just going to circle around. turn around and go to the left side again, but the left side now will be, you know, like the right side when we came in. But first, let's take out the rest of our hands. I think we've already got all the items, but we'll take out the rest of the hands. We'll get our side of grace and be done with this part. There'll still be more hands to deal with on the other side, but I can honestly say there's not as many. You can stagger and get criticals on them. Alright. Quite a few good items here as well, guys. I will say that. Quite a few. Now you're going up here, grab the side of grace, smithing 4. Then we're going to go back down, hit a scarab for a pretty cool spell for us. It's a caria piercer. So kind of like, what's it called? The caria slicer. It's like a slash weapon. This will be more like a rapier type weapon coming out of our staff. So more choices. Now since I do like melee builds a lot, for me it might make a lot of sense just to do the you know, do the build of using all the sword type spells. Lady Ronnie, we have long awaited you. I pray for your house's swift revival. May the full moon shine upon Caria. Alrighty, so like I said, and we want to make sure we don't rest there, guys. Yes, we don't have many heals left. If you want to rest, you can. Just keep in mind, there's going to be a few more hands down here than usual. Alright, so it came out. We're about up to our spell. Like I said, just, you know, watch out for the hands. They're going to be popping up. Some you can see in the ground. You know, most you can see. But there's going to be some you know, you overlook. Get a good hefty attack on this big one here. Ah, he got us. Bumpers, triggers, like I said. I'm going to get caught by that shit. Get their stones. So like I said, I don't know if it's guaranteed they drop them, but I know it does happen 98% of the time, probably. There's caria piercer. Like I said, that's going to be more of like a rapier type thing. That'll do. That will do. That will do. Alright, now, and we also are going to have like a little center portion, guys. There's going to be like a little fountain over there. And in the fountain, there's also other items to get. But I want to try to get most of these guys out of the way, you know what I mean? It'd be nice to find a red scarab so we can get some heals back. Dagger. Okay, now that's not it for the hands. There's still more, you know what I mean, to be on guard for that. I guess lighting our sword on fire wouldn't have been the worst idea. I wasn't thinking of it. This is more like for strength and faith, and we're dex and, you know, disaster war. We're getting quite a bit more damage with the weapon buff. Oh. I took out my healing though, unfortunately. We're just going to have to be really careful. Really, really careful. Got another summer too. I mean, we're about to do it, so. Top here is kind of a circle. Okay. So that's where we would have came in at. So we still need to work our way over here to the left. Like I know there's another one up high. Okay. Now, literally, have completely ran out of resources doing this whole area. Probably should have rested, but, you know, I didn't want to have to deal with a few more guys, but it probably would have been worth it. As we're, you know, with the path we took, it'd probably only been like 2 more hands we had to kill to give us like 5 extra heals, you know what I mean? Now, these swords are going to run over on the ground. The only way they're actually going to hurt you is if you quite literally stand there in the same spot they get on you at, you know what I mean? Magic downpour, huh? Alright, let's go back in the corner. Just walk forward. You don't even have to run together, you just gotta walk. Another somber 3, so just checking here. 27 somber 2s. Like I said, you're probably never gonna have to buy another somber 2 for the rest of the game. And that alone is worth going through this area and combing it very thoroughly to take out all the hands. Not to mention we've about got a whole another level. So from there, let's jump on over to mana lower level. There's nothing left to get, so there's no point of running all the way through there with no health in case we miss one hand. He comes out of nowhere and kills us. So from this point on, no need for that. Let's go on forward. Soldiers. We're not going to have any more hands that I could think of. I can't think of a single other one we would have, but could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. If we do, it's not going to be many. Alright, so we're going to have a lot of these type of knights. So if you were to take the straight path, which is like southeast, you could take that, then you could go into that building, and that would be like your path of progression. However, you would miss a weapon that's a legendary ornament you would need for platinum, not to mention this is a very, very powerful weapon. You need like 12 strength, 12 dex, but you gotta have 24 int and 24 faith to wield. It does fire, it does magic. One action 4 ability is going to do like a magic beam, the other one does a fire attack, so you know, we're just jumping down here. Roll off. Now, I've already looked when I took notes for this episode. There's actually nothing over there. I'm really glad we got our base stats out of the way. I mean, look at the mana we have. Look at the health. It's not like the biggest mana bar in the world, but it's literally 4 times the size of what we started with. It's plenty, you know what I mean? And it's over and done with. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So it's the Sword of Night and Flame. Like I said, it's a faith intelligence hybrid weapon, but you're getting physical, you're getting magic, you're getting fire. It's just got a lot going on, you know what I mean? Very powerful short sword, very, very, very powerful weapon. Pretty cool looking too. Now from there, let's jump back to manor lower level. That door just leads out, you know, to the ground level of what we just cleared with all the hands. No need to take that. So now we're just going to press forward and take the general path of progression. Clear these guys as we go. Remember, these guys are going to pop up here. And even though they're like spectral versions of whatever, they still have a chance to drop stuff. I don't know if you get armor, but I know they can drop their shield, they drop smithing stones, they drop like consumables like cuckoo, glintstone, or whatever you call that shit. I don't know if it's cuckoo, cuckoo. Smithing 2s. Now sometimes more will even though we've been trying to kill them, you see how they're still like spawning behind us and shit. They came out, just circle around. And there's still side paths to get, but we're going to go for, it makes the most sense to go get the side of grace and then work your way down, or you're going to have that whole run back to do again, and it's just kind of annoying. So, while you're progressing right here, guys, if you look down, like I said, you're going to see a ramp and then a little side section we could hit. But instead of going past all this stuff again, I would rather just go forward. There's a side of grace right above this elevator. Then we can just take it back down and then hit the side section and fast travel back up here where we want to be anyways. Alright, just go and grab that. Alright, so we can just run. And then as soon as you get where this little note is, boop. So there's not really anything to the left, but there is, I mean, you won't see anything, but right under these stairs, you just drop down, grab your golden rune 3, then we're going to progress up for a whip, a smithing, or somber smithing stone, and then I couldn't remember if it was an Ashavor. Yeah, I think there's like an Ashavor or a spell. But I know we get a somber stone, we get the Arumi whip, get all these guys out. There's your Arumi whip. And if you notice that little red glowing off us, that is the buff we're getting from the talisman. Your winged sword insignia raises attack power with successive attacks. So when we start, attacking quick, we get that attack. Now, these guys have been throughout Liurnia. I don't think we've fought any yet. So really, you're not going to get much damage. Or actually get more inside. But what's going to happen is they're going to open up, and then they're going to try to grab you. See, when they open, it's like, I don't know, their guts or something. So if you dodge that, now you get big damage in and take them out pretty easily. You notice successive attacks give us our buff back, so with that, now our weapon, went from 434 to 421 when it fell off. It gives you a little buff. It's not big. Maybe the more damage you do, the higher that goes up. I don't know the percentage and how it works. There's your Somber 3. Okay, so when we drop back down from the other side, that's when we get the Ashavor. Or spell, whatever it ends up being. So, Manor upper level, Side of Grace. We should have enough time in this episode to actually fit all this in. And we get quite a few good, mage spells here. Mage, Ashes of War, mage spells. So I also notice, so we got a few things going. One for defensive, one for range, carrying slicers. Let's get rid of this. Put on our carrying piercer, get a couple sword abilities. And we still have that one that's like 10,000 runes. I don't think we were picked up. No, we did. Does that big slash. We're not going to have the intelligence to use it anyways. Not yet. But we will eventually. God, our health bar is huge, though. Them 5 levels from that talisman's nice. Like, I probably have the health to go and take that off. But I'm not going to have the stats to use my weapon until I get my strength up. I'll lose out on my main weapon and my shield. That's why I said we got to get that strength up, whether it goes with our build or not. We're also going to see what this build turns into, might, go Faith Dex, might go Dex Arcane, like I've always wanted to do, Strength Arcane, who knows, I just want to do something different, but I like having the incantations. God, are you done, bro? Jesus. So you're going to notice real quick, these aren't regular wolves, they have a lot of health. These weapons are damage output's just insane. Using great swords and stuff, you usually have to get a bunch of charge attacks and get criticals on them and stuff. Even though they're wolves, you can critical attack them. They have a lot of health. But these weapons are just running right through them. So maybe Moonveil does get good, decent damage. Like I said, katanas are very new to me. I never cared for them. As we mentioned, this walkthrough set up so everyone could do their own thing. And as we just did a full run with Strength Faith, we're trying to do something different here, you know what I mean? But, Lord forgive me, I don't know what this build's going to turn into by endgame. I'm kind of just going to wing it, keep my base stats high, and then start doing damage stuff, going by weapons I find and stuff like that. We got Moonbow just because we're trying to work on Alexander's quest, so I was like, well, I know that's a strong weapon, so yeah, we'll use that for the time being. But anyway, when you get on up here and you go over to the left, take out these guys so they're not getting involved, because we're about to get put in a sticky situation here. There's going to be that balls guy, that big mage troll, and this is the guarantee drop for the great sword if you didn't get it before, the colossal intelligent strength sword. But there's also going to be 3 more powerful mages. These are melee mages, so they have magic scaling swords and shields. And, you know, they're kind of down there. I guess it gives us a good chance to try out Caria and Piercer. Yep, so that's still our best bet. Damn, how did you even get up there? They're not usually up there. Okay, 228, not bad. Jeez, balls. We do gotta keep in mind, if I'm using this spell, these are magic type enemies, so that means they got magic defense. They're charged up. We're hitting 400, not the worst. Like I said, the guarantee drop for the Troll Knight sword, and we also got like the Lazuli sword, which I've never used. It is a straight sword, so physical, magical. It looks to be more strength. And it's crazy finding all these like straight swords and short swords, and every single one of them is doing. It's getting like strength scaling, not dex scaling. Sacramental Bud, Red Branch Short Bow, that's a drop from the page. We're about to get over into our boss fight. Now there's a side area here you can go and run for, but if you want to do that, you'd have to fast travel back up there and run through this bullshit again, when we could just take out this boss, get a side of grace right here, then run back. It's just much easier to do. I don't know why you'd want to go all the way back to Caria Manor upper level. Now we don't have much health. Again, buff up. Don't have much health. Only 1 mana flask, 2 healing flasks. However, we're going to try to get it done. Now I'm going to go and summon. Usually I wouldn't summon here, but not having any health, you know. So you're going to have to run in. So she's going to be on a horse doing magic spells. All you got to really try to do here is dodge through this shit, hopefully. Oh, face that shield. And just work her down. Heal, 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 heal. Oh no, it's not that bad. There you go. That's real nice. Loretta, like I said, guys, really nice spells here. So that's Loretta's Great Bow and Loretta's Slash. Loretta's Slash is the same Ashen Boar that's on that faith site you guys picked up in the Leaving Peninsula. Oh no, pretty decent Ashen Boar, but this one's gonna get like intelligence type stuff, you know what I mean? Like intelligence type damage. And I don't think we have the meet the requirements for this. Where's it at? It should be up high. Oh, we do. This one's really cool and very, very, very useful. If I'm doing a mage build, it's definitely something I would, want to use. Whether I stick with this or not, this is badass. It truly is. So, you could hit quick with it or you could charge it up. So real quick, 443, charging that up. So it flashes. I don't know why I didn't get much more damage than that, but let's see, charge it fully up. You'll see it grow there, you'll see it kind of flash and saying that's fully charged. Yeah, 565. That's like a real ranged option for mage builds, you know what I mean? You're not going to beat that. I'm not going to say it comes out really fast, but faster than you think it would, just hitting it regular. Grab this. Pretty sure we've got the full page fit. Maybe not their chest piece, but we got the leggings, we got the mask they wear, so that's all pretty cool. So we got that, we got the spell, we got the Loretta. It's pretty badass. I'm glad we got that. So this is going to be a run and jump. You don't want to overshoot, so just a short kind of run and jump here. And this is another, definitely run and jump. Alright, roll off. Now we just got pots to deal with, guys, so this isn't really too bad. Weapon that does poise damage is going to do nicely here. But I do believe with our upgrades, yeah, usually like heavier weapons just deal with these guys better, But yeah, it looks like with our upgrades, it's not really an issue. So, going over here, grab your cracked pots. And that's pretty much all we're going down here for. Well, we'll get like a mage, Ash of War. Then we're gonna, this is where we get caria and grandeur, which is the same Ash of War for that spell, or from that mage weapon we picked up in the chariot. But there's also like cracked pots and like pot crafting materials. Crystal darts. Crystal dart's pretty cool. It's like a dagger that does magic damage, but for some reason using it on like concrete type enemies. I hate to say concrete, but like golems, imps, like stone type enemies, makes them turn on each other. I don't know why, but yeah, if you got like two golems, you could hit one golem with that and they'll start fighting the other one. It works the same for the cats, the big stone cats. And also the imps, to my knowledge. So, pretty cool item. Especially if you're not really into daggers. But, like that serves a purpose. So, I feel a little differently about it. There's some daggers that just do really well. Alright. Smithing 3, which is nice. We're just kind of clearing everything out, make sure we have all the items, grabbing everything we can. Raw meat dumpling, that will slowly refill your health, or just refills your health, but it slowly poisons you. So keep that in mind. But if you're using like a mimic tier and you have that equipped, that's a summon, a really powerful summon we'll get later on. The people that know. But if you keep the raw meat dumpling on them, they'll be able to heal themselves so they won't die in boss fights. They'll slowly poison them, but the boss will be dead before they will. So it's just nice. Like I said, Ash of War, caria and grandeur. Now we can jump back up to Royal Moon Gazing Grounds. And we have a few paths here to take, guys. Like I said, since we've already triggered Radon intentionally, just want to say that, we intentionally triggered Radon so we could complete various quests offline for people so everyone has the same items and no one has unfair advantage, right? But since we did that, we can go ahead and go on up, talk to Ronnie, get this stuff kind of dealt with. So when you get here, the first thing you're going to want to do is take out the dragon. Now you do not have to kill this dragon. We'll fight this dragon later on in the Moonlight Altar and he's going to be much worse. But you just got to get, you have to get her health down a little bit. and she'll leave you alone. And we're gonna have to do better than that, but so she has this big sword she can summon out of her mouth. Obviously watch out for that, but it does frostbite damage. So you wanna be careful of that. Oh, Dula. Should be leaving us now. And there she goes. So now we can come here anytime we want, and the Dula will not bother us again. So we're good to roam this area with nothing to worry about. So, before we do anything else, we're going to go to the very top of these ruins, roll into a little secret path, and we're going to find someone's little hideout where they keep their creepy little dolls, which will just kind of unlock dialogue and some options to get some items. I know it's the one, it should be right here. But I was like, I don't see it. It's the one with the archway, so just keep that in mind. And go down here. We're just really trying to go down here and read a little note. You're not going to get a weapon or armor or anything like that here. You're going to see these little dolls. That's kind of like what Ronnie is. But this guy turns people into dolls. Like this gentleman. Draw right. Soul of his puppet, do not touch. So you go here, smack this, you're going to see someone that looks like Selin. So that'll open up dialogue with Solivus, someone that we really do not like. Tries to get us to betray Ronnie, which does lead to the magic scorpion talisman. But it pisses Ronnie off, and you don't want to fuck up that quest because it leads to platinum. Now you should be able to absolve your sins and all that stuff. But I don't think it's worth it because the game, for whatever reason, glitches out. And it does do that sometimes. You're just going to be kind of screwed, you know what I mean? Not get your platinum, not get one of the most powerful weapons in the game, not get other items that are really good. So I just don't think it's worth it. It's more of like something you do in New Game Plus. So, like I said, we're going to do a lot of the side quests, but there are going to be some side quests that like interfere with each other. So we can't do them all in one run. And Solivus is just kind of fits into that. So we'll just be going through the game, and we'll go back to talk to him. He's just going to be dead sitting there with his bell bearing. Believe me when I say it does not matter. Because with his bell bearing, we can get all the stuff from him anyways, because he does sell some pretty good spells and stuff. Now, where are we at? Why is our intelligence so high? Is it this? No. Oh, we still have our great rune on because we didn't get killed. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. We ain't got killed in that long? Really? Holy shit. That's why we have so much health and mana too. I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm so stupid.
I have no
particular reason.
Wilt thou? I am the witch that I might well. I see. Thou art a. What I require is I anticipate. Good. There is. I would have thee. I have called for. Heed not. I am sure that. Speak. Thou needst not. It hath been a.
Okay, so now if you notice we're locked out from traveling anywhere. So what we gotta do is go down and talk to all of our people. And then we'll be able to leave. And I hate having false stats. I really just want to get myself killed to take off that rune arc. I was only using it so we could use that incantation. But yeah, I really don't like fake stats because now I'm thinking, oh, look at all this health and all this mana. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that we used the rune arc. I completely forgot.
I'm told I will.
I mean, we still have good amounts, but still.
Let us get together.
So, like I said, first playthrough, or if you haven't done this before, make sure you exhaust all these people's dialogue and actually listen to it for yourself. Take the time.
Glad to have you. Well, I'm still in the Eternals. I'm planning to go see if I can't find the room. I'm going below, see if I can.
So he's talking about the underground area. We're actually not even that far away from getting the two beginning ones, so that'll be coming up.
Yes, I don't know what since I asked.
I even hate his voice. That's the
I've
soul of
no
this
king
shit.
should if it were up, but who?
Alright. So, I think after that we have to go back up and talk to Ronnie. And we're gonna start getting into side quests, but the game's so big that the side quests don't really even start, even still for a while. We're just doing this because we're here. But until we kill Radon, we're not really gonna get into any side quests. So that is good to kind of keep in mind, you know what I mean? I'm just running here. You guys know I like to take my time, but you
Allow
know,
me to. I shall. And it
we
will
got
be
20
this
minutes to
door's
cover
still
quite
I
a bit.
look. I shall. And it will be. I have high.
Okay, so she just pretty much wants us to go in the underground for her and get her some items, which we are going to do. Now, from this point, I guess it'd just be quicker to go back to Royal Moon Gazing Grounds. So yes, we're going to get into the underground. We have a few more episodes left of the area. Not much, a few more episodes. Then after that, we'll do our first 2 underground regions, then head on into Caelid. Knock all that out. And then do the rest of our underground regions, wrapping up Ronnie's quest and get some of the best weapons there are around that point. So after the underground, we're going to have some really big hidden incantations. We're going to have a lot of, like, the strongest intelligence weapon in the game. Then right after that, we go into Altus and Mount Gelmir, get the best faith weapon, get one of the best arcane weapons, you know what I mean? So just shit for everybody around that point. But as you see, we just came all the way down. Where we moved the grazing ground, went right outside and worked our way all the way to the left side. Now we're just going to drop down to a different portion of Caria Manor, which we could not reach before. But doing this is going to let us meet a NPC who's going to sell us stuff. And we can go on up here, on top of this roof, get like a beast horn or something like that. Oh, sorry, Old Fang. I remember something to do with the damn beast. I do. I was like, it's something to do with the damn animal. I know it is. Rolling in here. No. Drop, go to your right. Spellproof dried liver, and this is Padilla.
Oh, you? I am. Other than the pie nut, but please. A little.
Alright, so purchase. There's a few things here worth getting. You're going to have your larval tier, which is always nice. And we'll eventually get Padilla's. That's how he says his name. We'll get Padilla's bell bearing, so if you don't get this now, don't worry about it. Like if you're trying to save your runes. Later, when we're running around with 50, 30, 70, 80,000 runes all the time, it's easier to buy this. But we can just use this bell bearing at the round table hold when, you know, he gets himself killed. This is Ashen for carrying retaliation, lets you spell parry and then shoot back glint blades. I do believe that's worth picking up, even if I'm not really going to put parry on too much. There's just some bolts and arrows to do frostbite. You got an arcane weapon here. Not the coolest, it's an option though, it gets arcane scaling at least, but and good scaling too. But yeah, Wild Strikes, it's just like a one-handed axe type deal, no passive effects, no elementals, you know, just basic weapon for arcane scaling since you don't have many options. Celestial Dew, carry out absolution at the Church of Vows, which lets you get forgiven for smacking NPCs. You shouldn't be smacking a Black Lotus shield. I actually really like this shield. I really like it a lot. It could easily go with the build if I wasn't doing katanas. I used to buy this every playthrough just because I really liked it. It's just a good solid round medium shield, which is more rare in the game than you could possibly imagine, which is just crazy. But yeah, good choice. And then this is just telling you. You know, I'm gonna buy this because I don't remember what the hell this one was, and it's not really saying. Yeah, this is what I never figured out what it actually meant. It's so weird, I don't understand. A simple, badly weathered map, left discarded and forgotten for some time, depicts streaks of amber light. I feel like I'm supposed to know what that is, but I don't. And looking at the map, that looks like a bridge. That's not the bridge in Mount Tops of the Giants, is it? I don't know what that is. It reminds me of later game areas though, so yeah, we ain't worried about it. We got everything we wanted to get, so let's jump back to Royal Moon Gazing Grounds. We want to go behind this way and get this stuff over here. So like I said, we're going to have Everjail. We're going to be able to get some summons. We're going to be able to solve a painting. And just honestly get this area wrapped up. I mean, we're at 40 minutes, so, you know, we'll definitely be able to fit it all in and get ready to do the top part of the lake. So after next episode, we'll actually be ready to get on into the caria. Next episode is going to be our last one. But there's a few things left here to get before we move on to the right side. So going up here in the ruins, this is like to the far right side. You're going to want to take this out. This gets you like frostbite, ash core, chilling mist. It kind of reminds me of Sacred Blade because it's like throws out, you know, a chilling mist, but then it keeps your weapon buffed. Then if we go all the way past, so that was Ronnie's tower. If we go all the way past, Solvis told us to come talk to him. He didn't really mean it, but we're going to talk to him anyways, and he's going to, you know, sell us some stuff. Then we can go up into his tower, grab some stuff, and grab Blythe's face mask. Actually, let's grab Blythe's mask first. If you just go to the left up this wall, I mean, we could have just dropped down from the tower, but we can grab his map here, then just jump over and work our way down instead. Another memory stone, so I think that's like 6 spell slots now. Got Blythe's mask, which is pretty cool. I used it my first playthrough. I thought it was pretty cool. Drop down, and there's Solvis. So we just did it backwards.
You took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite?
What a prick.
Perhaps I'd like you to find even you can do.
So he wants us to try to drug Nepheli, but he's just an idiot.
I expect glad tidings. I've no time. The only thing are we, and I have enough.
So let's go ahead and do that real quick. It's not like we don't have the time with what we have left. So he wants us to drug Nepheli. If you do this, it turns her into puppet. I like Nepheli. She's a good person. So instead, we could just give it to Gideon and he'll, you know, dispose of it instead of giving it to Nepheli. You can give it to Nepheli if you want to do that to her, but I can't do that to Nepheli. I'm sorry. Show himself his potion.
What I think it is, bloody Celibus. I suppose he's up to something again. Oh, I won't interfere. You go ahead and do what you must. The Round Table has no code to speak of. But I ask you this. Are you really going to do the bidding of that twisted dolly botherer? Or would you rather hand that potion to me and see if we can't get one over on the bastard? Good. You go and see Celibus, but just tell him that you tricked your mark into drinking the potion, as planned. Despite knowing next to bloody nothing, he's so far up his own arse he won't suspect a thing. His inevitable display of arrogance will certainly be a sight to behold.
So, now I think what happens is Gideon ends up turning him into a puppet or some shit like that, because you just go over here and his body's just gonna like be fucked up. You know, he's just gonna be sitting there like the other puppets, and you get his bell bearing. But it usually happens like when I progress Ryan's quest, so maybe I should have came back and checked up with them sooner. We also need to go talk to what was his name, Rogier. His quest kind of ties into this stuff, but more into Fia's. But yeah, if you talk to him first, it kind of locks you out of Ronnie's quest temporarily until you go back to him, and he tells you to enter her service like we did anyways. But let's go back down here and talk to Solvis. I mean, at least we can do some of the side quests. I know people are probably curious about that stuff by now. Usually it takes longer to get into this stuff, but like I said, we're already here, we triggered Radar, we're not worried about it.
So you made Nepheli drink the potion. Well done. You are a touch more useful than I had thought. Very well. Then you shall have your gift. Knowledge of the sorcerous arts under the tutelage of the great preceptor Celibus. I doubt much of it will, if you put it. You wish to be? Well, you're...
Ask about his chambers.
Fine, and you tricked me. I believe that you yearn. Well, but perhaps now.
So, because we found his secret stash of puppets, he's gonna offer us one. So, Jarrite, Finger Maiden, Thuralina, like, heals you and throws, No, he's one of those pots. She like heals you and it's like really good support summons, and then he like those pots, and they're all different kinds of pots. It's pretty crazy actually. So let's go with him. I just think he's a cooler one.
So, you had Nepheli drink the potion? Truly? It's I may have expected.
Study sorcery. So now he has other sorceries, actually really good too, but you do need 34 int for carrying phalanx. Forms a defensive arc of numerous magic glint blades. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. It's like 12. Crazy. Carrying retaliation, the spell. So we could do carrying retaliation with our staff. Glint blade, ice crag. So fires massive cold magic from glintstone. We can proc frostbite using this as a spell, which is pretty badass. Then freezing mist releases cold mist before casters, also allowing us to proc frostbite. These could be pretty cool if we want to do a frostbite mage build and get Darkmoon Greatsword. So whether we get them now or later, I'm definitely going to try to get them. And actually, why do I keep thinking we have to use Starlight Shards to buy shit from him?
Begging for another.
No, maybe that's has something to do with some later on mission. And we'll get back into that later, but for now, we have other stuff to do. So, like I said, we want to head all over here and do this stuff, so we're just going to head straight past the Royal Moon Gazing Grounds, and then just go to the right and start working our way around there. Now you're going to see another tower here that has a transporter that gets you into a much later underground area that's extremely beneficial, and one of my favorite Dex Intelligence weapons are in there. It's a really badass curved sword. It just does devastating damage with the Ash of War. With that being said, we just have too much to do. I mean, if we didn't care to rush shit, we can go take out Radon. Go do one little underground area, then we can unlock that for our weapon, but we're not gonna, run out of the way to do all types of shit like that. I mean, I'm excited to get it, but we'll, we haven't even beat Renala or, cleared this area yet, so. Okay, frozen ornament. Alright, got them taken out. Alright, so we're just going to kind of go stick to the right side, grab the Albinauric Ashes, and solve a painting for the Juvenile set. I mean, we get a lot of outfits and armor sets, but I don't consider outfits to be armor, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm not really calling them armor sets, because they're just like clothes, rather. So, you go all the way to the right, it's just easier to navigate. You're going to stay to the far side to where you get to the gravestones. And by doing that, where is it? Alright, you got Albinauric. So, it's easier to find that. Then right where you pick up the Albinauric Ashes at the gravestone, just go straight northeast. You solve the painting. Like I said, get the Juvenile set. And a larval tier. Clear out the mob. There's not really much else here. And there's like a big red wolf down here that shoots magic spells at you, and it's really a huge pain in the ass. But nothing even comes from him. If you guys want to fight him and clear him out, you can. I would just get on Torrent, grab the items, and get out of there, because there's a bunch of alpha wolves around him as well. Like I said, there's not really much else that comes from it. Trying to drag him over so we just make sure we got everything without worrying about it. So we did get the rune. And there's actually the intelligence not tier. I think it's like beside the caria manor out front. Yeah, this guy's really obnoxious. Really annoying. I do not care to fight him. Damn, can I get a hit off? Can I get a hit off too, or just you? God, I hate him, bro. So annoying. Then the fact that nothing comes of this fight, we don't get any items, makes me less interested in fighting. Spam much? Jesus, bro. Come here, please. Thank you. And like I said, nothing. He drops nothing. It's a waste of our time. Right, you know, I had no plans of doing that, but, you know, just because it's a walkthrough, I probably should try to clear everything. Alright, now we're time for the Evertail, and we're actually wrapped up with the whole Caria Manor and starting Ronnie's quest. You know, the 3 sister towers, and I mean, you name it. So this fight's actually really easy. We've already fought this guy before, guys. It's not a hard fight at all. But I would like to just parry him. I didn't do it last time, and he's fun to parry. Make sure you know, watch out for that. Damn, I got my times all fucked up now. Probably going to be like the easiest Evertail fight in the entirety of the game. So if you can't parry, this is a good guy to learn on because, you know, it's actually, for the most part, just like pretty easy. You see what I'm saying? So, not a bad enemy to learn on. You don't want to fight him like that, just fuck him up, you know? It's not a hard fight. So, get your meteorite, fantastic spell early on, opens up a portal, and as long as you're holding down L1, like if your staff's in your left hand, or whatever button, right, you know, R1 for right hand, L1 for left hand, whatever, it's going to, as long as you hold it down, it's going to keep, you know, casting that spell out over and over and over. Now, before we move on, I am really curious of where this damn intelligence not tier is. I didn't find it when I was going through taking notes for the area, but I have found it before. I think it's like over here somewhere out front or by the lake somewhere. But while we're up here and we're like done with this episode, I would like to just comb this area really quick and make sure it's not up here, because I honestly don't remember. I just know it's up here, you know, it's near here somewhere in this general area, you know what I mean? And it would be nice because I probably won't even ever use it, but the fact of the matter is, you know, it's an item, you know what I mean? So that gets us back down to where we were before. That's the cliff. And for the life of me, I just can't remember where the hell it was. It's just one of those things that at this point just really bothered me. I'm like, fuck, it's like the only tier for the flask I didn't have in my last playthrough. So now I just like really want to find it. But, you know, like I said, we're already up here, so let's just do a quick little run through on our way out. So I could have swore it's like somewhere near that lake, though, to be completely honest. Check this whole side, don't see it. And we pretty much already checked this side when we did the Albinerics. Like when we took the Albinerics out. Oh, get your globe words though. Anytime you see these, because, you know, there's like 1 through 9, certain ones are in certain places. You just want to make sure you have them all, more importantly than anything else. Make sure, you know, you're able to get your upgrades. over here either. That could just be wrong, but I know it's around here somewhere. If I don't find it now, and we run out of time, I'm gonna, you know, in between this episode and next, I'm gonna, you know, go through and double check my notes and stuff and see if I could actually find it for us. Yeah, I'm not seeing it up here. I'm sure someone will know in the comments. They can, you know, kind of let us know. I'm gonna jump back to Caria Manor front gate, pretty much. We got like 3 minutes left on the recording. Maybe we just go find it together. So my other thought was, there was like a little graveyard or something over here too. And this is coming off memory, as I haven't done this in a playthrough in a while. It's like on the other side of these rocks, but I'm just, you know, checking everywhere for this flask, or for this tier. So I know I've got it before, and it's right over here somewhere. I cannot, for the life of me, remember where the hell it was. But there's a graveyard over here. I think there's like rats guarding some more consumable rooms. Since we're doing this area, we might as well be, you know, getting all the stuff. I see nothing here either. We're like literally right at the graveyard, guys. I'm just trying to find this flask, or this tier. Graveyard's right here. Let's go through here, make sure you grab all this stuff. Like I said, there's gonna be some rats. And so that should be all that stuff. I'm not seeing it up here either. The only other place I could think of is maybe down by the lake. Like I said, I could be wrong about this. It's been a few playthroughs since I found it. You know what I mean? It's been a while ago. And I went through on notes and I never was able to find it. But I know it's in this general area. Now you notice there's no arrows being fired at us anymore either, because we took out Loretta, and that's who was firing all those magic arrows at us while we were, you know, going through here before and trying to get up to the gate. But now we took her out, you know, one less thing to worry about. And we'll find you. And we did, if you weren't following along from the beginning, we did go down here earlier at the start, and this is where we got the Hoarfrost Stomp Astrivore. If anyone's interested in that Astrivore, it is very powerful, very nice AoE clear. I guarantee you, I'm like, it's under my nose right here somewhere. I can almost guarantee it. We're about to wrap up, guys. Like I said, we're just getting on over to the lake, and then we're pretty much done with the episode. So if you didn't get Hoarfrost Astrivore, there's going to be a visible scarab running around. He's actually pretty easy to hit because he's really big. He's invisible, but he's really, really big. Yeah, it's just not in the lake either. I'm going to have to find this damn thing. Some people don't realize it's like I'm doing a guide, so I can't look up guides. I got to find this stuff on my own, you know what I mean? Or it's just, I think it's cheap to do things that way. So, I'm going to try to find it. If I can't, you guys want it, just make sure you look it up, how to get it, you know what I mean? I'm just not finding it, unfortunately. Very, very unfortunate. But anyways, so from there, let's jump on over to Revenger's Shack, and this is where we're going to be starting next episode from, to knock out the whole top part of the lake, kill the dragon for our key for the legacy dungeon, and ending with taking out the tunnel here. Then we'll be completely done with the Arnia and ready for our legacy dungeon. So we are going to go wrap up here at Revenger's Shack, and we will see y'all back here shortly.